Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome to episode 100 of Satisfactory. I can't believe we've finally got to this point. First series on the channel to reach 100 episodes. It's absolutely bonkers. First off, let me just have a little sip of the old coffee there. That was nice. You will notice that a lot of stuff has disappeared. I've torn down all of the iron production, because I want to do a big rebuild. And we're going to do the whole thing in this episode. I don't know how long this is going to take, but we're going to just... I've got a plan set up, and I want to try and enact it today. So, I have started by tearing everything down. I've built this huge platform on top of the biomass burner stuff. So, we've got that all under there. All of the resources that we had built up have all gone into these little storage containers down here, and I used the rest of the smart plating because we're not currently using that for anything. That went into the awesome sink because I wanted to unlock a couple of other things. So we've got fences along with stairs, and I think that's all I've purchased. I have done a little bit more research in the MAM as well, so I've got larger inventory, and I've done a couple of other little bits, nothing too impressive. I think yellow power slugs, or making shards from yellow power slugs, is one of those things. But I have, as I said, I've got a plan, and my plan, if I slap these down, I may have somewhat cocked up on my numbers because I forgot we'd got an alternate recipe for it, but yeah, my plan was to make 10 modular frames and 10 smart plating a minute. Unfortunately, I've done all my maths with the standard recipe. I completely forgot about the alternate one. So, fuck it. We'll go with the standard recipe for now. We can always change things over at a later date, because this is by no means going to be, you know, I'm sure it's not going to be a permanent feature. I just want to up the production of things to a point where, you know, things have got a little bit more output. We're going to be overproducing on some stuff, and you know, any overflow that we've got, we can always chuck into the sink to get more coupons. So we've got a lot of stuff that we need to do. I've also run around, put some beacons down on some of the nodes that we've got around us. I went all around the oasis that we've got over by the power plants. And we've got quite a lot of stuff lying around. We've got iron, we've got limestone, there's quartz over in that direction, quite a bit of copper and some more coal. So we've got a lot of stuff to work with. So first things first, we need to start thinking about... actually, the first thing we need to do is start thinking about ores. And I've got 10 power shards, so I can overclock some machines. So miners we can definitely overclock if we need to, which we may need to do, but we've got to remember that we've only got Mark II belts to work with, so that's something we need to take into consideration. And I completely forgot about marking these ones off once I had torn everything down, so let me just do this for a moment. Okay, with that done, we've got, I think, 2 pure iron nodes. We've got this one here, there's one there, over on the other side of the dunes. The fuck was that? I think it must have just been the wind. Oh. Did I not mark you off? What are you? I'm here. I'll bring my coffee to you. Huh. There's more iron. Okay. Another normal node for iron there. So, we need, for this build, 630 iron ore a minute, and I think that's going to be fairly easy with the amount of normal and pure nodes that we've got around. I mean, 2 pure nodes already gets us up to 240. There's 2 normal nodes over there, so that would get us up to 360. That gets to 390. No, it wouldn't. That would get us to 420. Nice. That gets to 480, 540. I think at the very least we've got up to 600. What's the one beyond that? That's copper. So, yeah, we can get up to 600. And then we can always overclock something to get us up to the 630. So that's not going to be a problem at all. Now, how much do I need for... Let's work on the smart plating first. Because that one I haven't botched my numbers with. I may change it up so that we are working with the more efficient recipe, because as it stands with the modular frames, I'd need 5 assemblers to get 10 a minute. And if I were to go with the alternate recipe, I think I'd only need 2. Yeah. So I may rework the numbers on those, but for now, what we're going to do is set up all of the smelters that we're going to need for the smart plating. I'm going to bring that all the way over here, and we'll just build up our new platform so that we got something to start working with. So that will be one production floor, but I might put the smelting down underneath things. Just because, you know, the belts are all going to be coming in down this way. And if I can easily lay out a floor down here, I might not have given myself quite the amount of space that I would have liked. Just because I'd like to try and keep everything as tidy as I normally do. You know what? Screw it. We'll just build out under here. There's definitely going to be more than enough height for everything. So build out things along here. No, not like that. Get out of the way. Because as it stands, I only need 12 smelters. The numbers I'd worked out initially were 21 smelters in total. But with the change to the reinforce or to the modular frame one, there's probably not going to be quite as much as that, actually. So, again, we'll just get smelters. Oh, actually, that is not quite enough height. These are clearly more than 8 meters tall. Okay, can I bring this down a bit? I think I can. I might get a little bit snug because of the awkward spacing around things here. Go away. These bloody dunes are just getting everywhere. Right, so I need 12 smelters, so I'm going to do 2 banks of 6, I think. Yep, I think that works lovely. So we'll set recipes on all of these. Actually, I just realised the belts aren't going to support this. We're going to have to go with 3 banks of 4. So we'll have that as a nice early setup. I'll add in all of the logistics now, so give me a moment. I've got a load of belting to do. And because of limited resources at the moment, I'm going to try and stick to appropriate belt speeds for everything. So now we can kind of bring things out to Mark II. And that'll work like that. How do I want to do the inputs? I might actually have the belts kind of coming up and over everything else. It could work. So we're going to need 120 per one of these modules. Ooh, that does fit snug. I think that's connected though. I guess we'll find out when things are going to get into operation. And there we go. So we just need 120 ore on each line, and then all of this will be fantastic. And I'm going to just put some basic power lines in just to get this sort of stuff essentially finished up. And I think this will be where we start putting, you know, things like, you know, the wall-mounted power lines and stuff in. I'll have these ones just standing around to, you know, I don't quite know how how I'm trying to explain myself here, but, you know, we'll march on. Just get things done. It'll be fine. I'm going to be here for ages anyway. I'm probably going to go slightly loopy while I'm doing all this. So now I've got to try and get the miner onto this. So let me grab this beacon back. How well will the miner sit on this? Perfectly fine. Fantastic. And with this one being a pure node, we don't need to do any overclocking. This can just run straight into one of the input lines. There we go. One line sorted. Yeah, we'll just run that like that. Just because I can't be asked to try and make it tidier. It'll do for now. So I've got one more pure node that I can just feed in, and then I just need a couple of normal ones. So there's one normal over there, there's a normal over there. And they could do the trick. Now I'll get smelting for this first part completely sorted. Now I'm just going to get some walls in, say around here, and I want just the single power pole things at the moment. But you can connect like that. Oh, look how much neater it's going to make everything. Oh, it's wonderful. It's kind of strange how it doesn't give, like, an indication of how many connections are on this thing. I'm sure they'll address that at some point, but it just seems kind of odd. But I mean, no, it doesn't give me an indication of what level it is either. But then we haven't unlocked the higher tier stuff, so that might say, you know, Wall Power Pole Mark II or whatever. So that's that one. And we'll just connect these power poles together, I guess, if they'll go through all of the stuff. Will it connect? Yes. Good. There we go. That's basic power in place. I'm also out of concrete, so I need to go and grab some more. Have I left holes in the roof? It seems very unprofessional. I have left holes in the roof. Oh dear. So, now we need to get this up to the next floor, and we need to start looking at splitting it out into the various productions that we need. And that'll do. I need to find a way for myself to get up now. I've got stairs. Should we make some stairs? Nobody likes stairs, but we're going to make some. Why will you not connect with the side? Can we... Why won't it connect with the side of the foundation? It's not an invalid aim location. You're fucking useless. Alright. That didn't quite work, did it? There's fucking gaps in it. Yeah, just about gets me up to the right floor, so let's do that. Oh, I forgot how dizzy this stuff makes me. There. And those aren't high enough. So that's just great. So for making smart plating, we need reinforced iron plate and rotors. Which means we need to start with iron plate, rods, and screws. So the only thing we're going to need, like, singular production of is going to be iron plate. Which means we need I think we need 3 constructors for that, according to this. Which is only 60 iron ingots a minute. So constructors, let's bring this in to about here. In fact, we'll move it in maybe one more. Oh, we'll go even one further. Just so we've got, you know, nice bit of space between us and the edge. And we need another 2 of these. We'll just do it like that. 3 constructors making iron plate. That will get us 60 iron plates a minute. No, wait, that's going to need 90 ingots a minute. Okay. So I'm going to have to figure out how I want to try and split the belts below in order to get the correct ratio in, because I want to try and keep the belts as balanced as possible. So if we've got 120 on one belt, how could I split that? So, Mark II belt. We'll just bring you out here. And what we're going to need is to split this. So we'll say that comes out. We've got 60 coming out over this way. And we'll have 60 coming out over this way. What we can then do would be to split this belt and merge this over here, and then that can go back up to a Mark II, providing 90 a minute. And I think that works out alright. Okay, let's see where the belts are going in, or where the lifts are going to come up. So we'll just tear this up, and what we'll do... oh, that's a Mark II belt. I don't need that now. I want my stackers back. But we will switch that over to a Mark II. So, yeah, it's just... I'm fiddling around with my hotbar all the bloody time now. And, you know, it's fine. So, there under there, we'll bring the main input belt in under this bit. Which is kind of where the actual, like, output line is going as well. And... yeah. Take that away. So that works fantastic for that. All we need to do is just provide the ingots in the right ratio, so we need to figure out how this is going to work and where the rest of the output is going to go. But I think that'll do it. So that's iron plate sorted for this bit. And then we need just another Mark I conveyor coming out this way. So that leaves us with 120, 240, 270. So from iron plate, we can move on to... okay, we need iron rods, which means we need 8... 12... 18 constructors making iron rods. Okay. So let's have a look at that. So that's going to use up the last 270 of the ore or the ingots that we've got. So that works out perfectly fine as far as ratios go. So this is pretty much just completely contained system, and that's fantastic. But now it's going to be working out the, like, what's going to go where. Do I want to set this up in pods for what needs to go where? Because I need 3 constructors to finish up the reinforced plates. Then I need 4 constructors for the rods for rotors, and another 6 to make the screws for rotors. Now I need 8 constructors for the rods for the reinforced plates. I completely misread that. But that works out at 120 rods per minute, so that would be a full Mark II belt. Okay, so we'll set that one up first. We're just going to have several setups for all of the rods. Why do I feel like I've got the placement wrong on some of this? Oh, oh dear. Okay. Get back to where I was and what I was doing. So for this one, we're going to have to get more back into the old style of setting up the underbelly. It would be great if I could put things in the right place. Yeah, that's a fucking great start. But then we're going to want to put... oh, this is one problem with setting things up like this now, because I can't quite line up my... actually, could do something like this, just so I can line up the splitters with the edge that I normally do. So that always sets it up for like the perfect spot. There we go. I have to bring it... whoa, okay, hi, that's not quite right. What's going on there? Why is it doing that? Okay, so it wants to go here instead now. Kind of... slap you like that, and then... do you want to go like this, maybe? Yeah, you do. Okay. Fine. That makes things a little bit easier, I suppose. Right, that's one complete belt dealt with, so we've only got 150 iron ingots left to work with. We need to get more iron rod production going, so I need to get back up to the platform and build the next pod. And in fact, I think what I'll do... I'm just going to bring foundations out and get the rest of them in place as well. So that's another 4 constructors making the rods for rotors, and then 6 that need to go into screws. And then that's all of the stuff set up for reinforced plate. Okay, I'm going to probably jump cut doing all of the belt stuff on this, so I will catch up with you in a moment. Right, I think the underbelly's sorted. I think I've managed to split all the belts so everything should be fed evenly. It's a bit of a mess, but I think it should be 100% functional. And I hope that this will all work. I'm just going to have to connect to that. Because, yeah, this could prove to be a bit tricky with some of these. Because, yeah, this one's got more connections needed than some of the others. It's fine, we'll just slap it together and hope for the best. I think... oh, okay. Damn it. I'm gonna go climb all the way back up again. I miss my jetpack. I really do. But yep, that'll do it. I think everything's all connected. Just need to connect the power from this floor down to the one below. So let's figure out how we're going to do that. Because those power lines are going along this section of wall. So if I do something like that, what I might do is remove these bits of foundation. We can take power lines up through the floor. So now that we've got those bits sorted, this little pod here can stay untouched, because that just needs to make rods for the rotor production. The other 2, we need to sort out transforming all of the rods into screws, which means even more constructors. So this first one is the pod of 6. No, that's 8. I can't even fucking count. I'm also looking at the wrong part of the screen. So these need to go into 3 constructors. So that should be easy enough. That is correct, isn't it? I've got my maths right. How in the fuck have I worked this out? I've massively overshot on this. Oh, my maths is completely wankered. Ugh. Yeah, I botched this right up. I only need 30 rods, not 120. Which means I only need 2 of these, not 8. Okay, it's been a couple of hours, and I have been busy just kind of fixing stuff up and reworking the maths on stuff, so I've knocked down the smelting, because we don't need... There were 3 smelters that we didn't need, so I've chopped those up and redistribute or reset the belts to correct speeds so that we're not wasting any resources. And upstairs I have sorted out all of the constructors needed for this stage of production. Let me just get up to the correct floor and I can show you what we've got. So this bit didn't need to change, the iron plate was fine. This bit for rods has been knocked down to 2 constructors, which are then feeding into these 3 making screws. Then I shifted stuff over so that we've got 4 constructors here making more rods, and then 6 over on this side, which is feeding into 8 constructors, making more screws. And because of the current belt speeds, I've just kind of merged them all into 4 belts that will have 80 on each. This is going to overproduce, because we only need 300 for what we're making, but, you know, it's fine, to be honest. Next stage is going to be assemblers, so we need to get another floor built above all of this. So we'll just build this up. I'm just trying to pull all of this over to where the stairs are, but I have a feeling I'm going to need to go and get some more concrete, because, yeah, running low, and I just kind of jumped back into the game and didn't think to go and top up any supplies, because I'm clever like that. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to pull foundations out to encompass pretty much all of the productions for each thing we're doing. So I want to build, for example, the assemblers that are going to be fed by these ones for the reinforced iron plates. So I want to build these out, say, to here. And honestly, like, we don't even need that much. I think, what do we need? We need 2 assemblers. Which is fucking nothing. There's going to be way more than enough space for all of this. Yeah, there we go. So we can just bring in Mark 1 belt for the iron plate and a Mark 2 belt for the screws. Split them out individually, split them out evenly, and everything will be hunky-dory. I hope that's in the right... That's not in the right fucking spot. God damn it. Just have his bum hanging off the edge a little bit. That works. Then Mark 2 conveyors go in there. Actually, no, they don't need to be Mark 2. They need to be Mark 1 going into this. It needs to be Mark 2 going into the splitter. And for the actual production of smart plating, I need 5 of these. So, let's... Is that centralized? I think it is. I think it's that bit's throwing me off. Yeah, it looks fine. Now, it's going to be splitting this output 5 ways is going to be kind of tricky. But I think it's not really that big a deal. We could just bus the outputs for or bus the inputs, I should say, for these ones. So I'll have that there like that. Connect you in. Connect you in over this way. Yeah, and then this space here in the middle can be where all the smart plating gets made. And we can build all of the stuff for rotors over on this side. Ooh, fucking... Ow! Oh, I need some healing. Hopefully that's done the trick. Alright. Just keep it moving. So I've got to figure out where I'm going to bring inputs from this floor up to the next one. Plug in like that. And then like that. And then what I might do, will bring screws in up this... Oh, never mind, because I forgot that that belt was there. Screws come up this side. Yeah, that could work. Right, let's merge these. And we'll figure out where we're going to send this. And there we go. We have inputs from smelting all the way up to... fucking wrong bloody placement on that. All the way up to reinforced iron plate. And that's one bit done. While I was off camera, as well as tidying everything up, I also sorted out the alternate modular frame setup. So... I think we can sit down and actually get that bit right now. So that's just going to be fun. I also need to sort out power for everything with this lot, but for now we're going to get right back down underground, and we're going to sort out the smelters and work our way up from there. But where I'm going to put the smelters for this lot is another matter. Because I need 5, 7... I need 10 smelters in total. So that's not too bad. So if I do 2 blocks of 4 and then a block of 2... Okay, that could work. Well, I'm wondering if this floor is going to be alright, because I've got the dunes poking up through a lot of it. But yeah, I can't put that there, so maybe let's have a look at putting some 1 meter foundations on top of this. Just give myself a little bit more clearance. Can I get a smelter in now? Yeah, that works. Okay, cool, we're going to do that. Still going to be a bit iffy because some of these dunes are poking through, but we might be able to work around it a bit better now. I'll just keep adding some more of this down. Okay, so I think I've mapped out all of the constructors needed for this bit. It's been a bit of a squeeze getting stuff in. I mean, we've still got big open space over here. I might try and find something. Maybe I could put the hub in that. I don't know. But we've got 5 constructors over here for iron plate. There's 4 rods going into 5 screw makers. That's all for reinforced plate. And then we've got rods going into screws, which will combine with the reinforced plate to make modular frames. Not heavy, regular modular frames. We haven't nowhere near the heavy ones yet. So now I've got to sort out all of the belts for this.
Eventually.
Okay, I've got all the belts done under here. I've got to do a little bit more wire, or a little bit more belting around upstairs. And then all the constructors are done. We're getting there. Slowly. You know, when I set out to do this whole, 100th episode big rebuild special, I wasn't expecting it to be quite this bad. I mean, it's going to be great once it's all done. Don't get me wrong on that front. It's just an awful lot of work.
Later that same evening.
Okay, I think, apart from the outputs for these screws, I've got everything sorted. So this side is going to be a full Mark 2 belt, and then the other side is going to be a Mark 2 and a bit, because that's 120, 180, which I can't support, so I'm going to have to go. What I might do is I'll just merge them like so. Do something like this. I'm running low on regular plate again, so I need to go and grab some more supplies. It's a long way down. Also, I've run out of reinforced iron plate, which is not great. I kind of need that to keep building stuff. So, I think I might need to switch this side on. At least to a point. I don't think I've finished doing all the wiring for power, though. And I need to make sure I know what needs to go onto what belt for inputs. So yeah, that side needs 60 a minute. Yep. And this side needs 90. Okay. Let me see if I can... I think 2 normal nodes, one of them overclocked to 150% would do the trick. Right, let's get some power going. Ooh. Now we can see this stuff actually kick into action. Oh, fucking Jesus. Loud. We're getting some iron out of there. Can't see it coming out of that one yet, but it's all connected on the same line, so... I'm sure it'll crest over that rise soon enough. It's only coming in on a Mark 1 belt as well, so it's going to be coming in slower. But I believe all the recipes should be set. Everything should be working perfectly fine. We're starting to get our ingots. So that's good. Let's go and check the next floor up. This is also only connected to the coal power. The biomass burners are still offline. They're not connected to the network at the moment, but I mean, they're not really going to be providing all that much power. Oh yeah, it's this belt stuff over here that I'm interested in as well. That looks like it's split out fairly well, actually. I'd say that's a moderate success. Right, we got the rods. We're getting the screws. Then the next big component. And then... yeah, then there's all this as well, isn't there? These haven't got power, so they're not going to be operating. And they're not connected to the belts either, so they're not going to be getting any inputs. Whoops. Maybe I should have fixed that. Yeah, that looks like it's coming through with a half belt. 30 a minute. Let me finish connecting these up. I don't think... wait, were these needed for the reinforced plate? Oh, fuck, I think they were. And that's why I was doing all of this. What's going on with these? Oh, these haven't got power. Oh, I'm a fucking twat. Yeah, because all the stuff on the other side was for rotors, which I still hadn't finished doing. This is going to be a long process getting all this done. Because, yeah, this is recording session number 2, and I've been at this in total now for about 3 hours. It's fine. It's going to be one long-ass fucking video, though. I just need some reinforced plate. Right, there we go. The reinforced plate is finally in production. I think I can leave this to its business. I'll come back and check on it once I am all out and needing some supplies. Fucking hell, am I getting down all of this? Right, there we go. Oh, we making reinforced plate, motherfuckers. It's good. I've set up the assemblers for the smart plating. I've got all the rest of this shit to do. Now, I haven't even finished the smart plating, let alone the modular frames. And the modular frames might be a bit easier, but I'm going to try and get all of this shit done first.
Day 2.
Yeah, a bit of a time skip. It's been a couple of days, and I've just come back in. So I finished sorting out all of the inputs for the rotor production. This has been a bit of a fiddly mess, mostly sorting out the screws, because we're outputting more than we need, but per belt it's less than what we need for each machine. So I've had to work out a fiddly little kind of splitting and merging from 4 belts down to 3. I think I've got it, so we should be okay there. I'm gonna get some power in for this stuff. Let me get some walls, and we'll start getting this stuff online, because I want to get this production up and running, because it's starting to take the piss. Okay, power is all set for this part of the production. I need to go and get some miners hooked up. Then we'll get the power sorted for the rotor production, and then we can plug up the... oh, god damn it. Oh, I got any food on me? Got nuts. Nuts will do. Ugh. Give me all them nuts. Consume the lot. Yeah, we need to sort out power for these. We need to get miners plugged in. But I think everything should be done as far as getting all the belts in place. So that should be fine. This is a much bigger undertaking than I was expecting. But once things like the smart plating have backed up, it will put us in a good spot going forward. So I think it's going to work out for the best. I just realised I've already got the iron for the bloody rotors set up. This is for the other stuff. That's for the modular frames. I just need to connect the belts. You can tell I went to go to work early this morning. God, I'm gonna get so sick of these fucking stairs. Oh, stairs! Ooh, boy, that's a nice pile of reinforced plate. Very nice. And that'll get that bit online. Now I need to go and put some power into the rotors. And then this half of everything will be done. And go! Inputs are working there. We've got screws coming in, yes. Awesome. This is the mess of a fucking sorting system that I've got. Oh, good, they are starting to come through here. Cool. So, yeah, the way this works, we're outputting 80 on each belt, and we need 100 for each machine. So we're outputting 320 in total. The belts that are coming up here are just feeding all 80 directly on, or these ones are. These ones are coming out off to the side and they're splitting 40 down that way, 40 down that way, and then 20 goes this way, making this belt 100. That belt should be 100 as well, and then this belt should be, once it gets properly fed, 120. So we should end up seeing a full Mark II belt on this one. Provided I've done this correctly. It looks like it's starting to fill. The things are backlogging a little bit, which is a good sign. I think it's all worked. I'm going to need to put more stairs in everywhere, because getting up just via this one staircase is a bit of a pain in the arse. Okay, these machines are going. We've got rotors in the works. Fantastic. I may go and empty out the storage that's downstairs, because I don't particularly need it. And then these are going off and making smart plating. They're already full of reinforced plate, so the other system should stay backlogged for a little bit. And then we've got storage here just to build up a supply. And I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to fill an entire container with this stuff. Right, let me hop down. Okay, ow, yeah. Oh, God, I'm doing my knees no favours at the moment. Right, so what have we got here? We've got 5 constructors here making iron plate. That's for the reinforced iron plates. We've got 5 constructors making screws. Nice stuff. Then we've got 4 constructors making rods. And then those are going into 7 constructors making even more screws. And then we need 2 assemblers making reinforced plates. So making modular frames, sorry. So bolted frames, 140 per minute. I've just realised we can't actually support that. Our belts aren't fast enough. Huh. Okay, so I'm going to have to make a change to the way things are working here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have to combine these belts. Do something like this. I'm going to switch where that is. Because it's only a single one, it can sit right here on the end. And this will just have to kind of sit as it is until we get steel beams, or Logistics Mark III. Build a little bit of foundation over all this. And then we can figure out where the belts and everything are going to go upstairs. And we'll start working out this last bit of automation. Oh, we're close. It's getting there. It's coming together. It's just taking its sweet-ass time. So what I'm thinking, I might put the outputs for the reinforced or the heavy modular frames right in here, next to the other stuff that we got going on. Let me change that location, though. Kind of mirroring this somewhat. Oh dear, I'm about to fall off the edge. That's a very dumb thing to do. Okay, so I'm somewhat working backwards on this one. But I need 3 assemblers making reinforced iron plates, which I think can be easily done over this side. Oh, fuck! Ow! Tore the floor out when there wasn't one beneath me. No! Okay, so that's the iron plate belted in. Now I've got to sort out the screws. Fun. Okay, and that's got all the screws worked in. Oh, we're getting there. We're nearly there. I just need to finish sorting out the rest of it. So now what I need is just to plug the screws in to things up there, and then we're done, actually. Wow, that actually came around a lot quicker than I was expecting. Okay, let's get these belts up here. All of that looks to be backing up, which is nice. And where are these coming up? They're coming up. We'll poke them up through the floor here. No, I need Mark II, thank you very much. I need more reinforced plate. I haven't got any left. I'm going to have to pinch them from here. It seems the rotors are being a bit slow in production. Why is that? Because they need 100 a minute, and I'm only bringing them in on Mark I belts. Ugh. Oh, no, wrong thing. And... oh no, we are getting rods through. That's fine. How many do we need? 20 per minute. Why are we struggling with that, then? I think it's because it's all going into that one. I might need to fiddle around with some of the ratios. Or maybe even just the splitting. I want to make sure that I'm producing enough over here. That's the problem. That's not fucking connected. Oh. I'm an idiot. Really, genuinely am. Always double check your belts, people. And in fact, if we're bringing screws up to the modular frame stuff over this way, what I'm going to do is going to be coming up through here. Where's the edge? There's the edge. Oh yes, my dudes, we're nearly done. All that remains is power and then importing some ore. And this whole system should be ready to go. Oh, fucking do it. Let's fucking do it. Come on. Oh, right, yeah, that needs some belts as well. Plug these 2 assemblers up, and then we're going on the hunt for some ore. Not that we're going to need to look very far, but, you know, we're going to get out and about. Oop. You guys need your recipes. Bolted frames. And bolted frames. But power is now in everything. Fuck, that's a lot of smart plating. I'm going to take a lot of that. I want to go and chuck some more stuff into the awesome sink. But first, let's go and plug up a new miner. I think I need another portable miner, actually, so I need to head back to the hub anyway. Kind of works in my favour. Ooh, the creatures are back. Whoop! Ow! Oh, God, you sent me flying, you sod. I'll do the same to you. Give me that. Right. So I need 300 ore for this. So I've got one normal node that I've overclocked to 200%. This is just a pure node, so we're going to just Mark II belt this over. No serious issues, thank you very much. And then we need another 60. Yeah. 240 plus 60. Now I need to figure out how I'm getting... Right, I tell you what, we'll do this. Mark II belt in there. All of this is powered now. Oh yeah, recipes. Make sure they're all set. Because once I set the once I get the power connected to the miners, I just want to watch all this stuff go. I don't want to really have to worry about running around checking recipes on everything. Chances are something fucks up somewhere, but fingers crossed, we might be in the clear. Is that a summer sloop just lying on the dune? Right, where am I going? I need to be going over this way. I'm gonna go... That is just a summer sloop lying on the sand. What the fuck? It's really weird. I don't... Who left this lying around? Let's find his keepers. I've got to hope I can do all this with the materials that I've got. Yeah, sure, just pass through the dunes. It doesn't matter too much. Right, that's one plugged in. I'm also running very low on cable. So this may not go as well as I'd like. Yeah, I've only got 2 left. It's not quite enough to get another cable. Oh, actually... might I be able to stretch a cable enough? Can I get this last one in without having to do another bloody supply run? Ah, fuck, I need 3. Alright, I tell you what. Dismantle that. Do you like that? There we go. We're in. So, everything here now should be able to just kick into action. I'm going to get up a floor. At least get up to the construction floor, because I need to witness all of this stuff coming in. Yep, we've got ores coming in from all directions. Awesome. Awesome. Ah. I'm clever. I'm not. That was fucking dreadful. Smelters are firing up, however, so can I... Ooh, I want to just land on these and keep an eye on my conveyor lifts. Those two are still they're gonna take a while to get anything, or still hasn't crested that sand dune. Ah, finally, there it is. Ah, I was wondering if you were ever going to show up. And up here on the very top floor, we can now just start waiting for materials to come in for all of this stuff. Oh shit, I didn't do the, fuck, what do these things need again? 60 screws a minute. I didn't do the, connect the belts to the... Ah, fuck. Give me some of this. I need it. I need it more than you do at the moment. I need it so that you guys can go about functioning. No, come on. Connect. What? Oh, shit, yeah. No, it's just this side that I haven't done. You want it meant to go in there. And now I'm missing cable. Fuck's sake. It's always right at the end where I start getting frustrated that I've not got the bloody resources to work with. Right, there we go. That should sort things out. Are we getting... We're finally getting screws through here. Good. So I managed to just about get that sorted in time. Pretty efficient if you ask me. It's not efficient at all. I completely fucked it all up. Well, these things are filling up with screws, which is great. It's all coming in as quick as it can. Unfortunately, we're not getting the throughput that we need just because of the speed of the belts. Although, those aren't full. They're slowly filling. Maybe I'll have to check that at some point. I don't know. But these things are filling up, so we should be getting modular frames fairly soon. Filling up on smart plating again, so all of that can go into the sink. Oh, no! Oh, we've already tanked the power! Wait, 600 megawatts? No, 600 megawatts is right, because... Ooh. Oh dear. We've already outstripped our power capabilities. Fuck, that's bad. Okay, I might need to try and fix that. But I think this has gone on long enough. This has been 3 recording sessions, totaling about 5 hours. And yeah. This is going to be like the most work that's gone into a single episode of Satisfactory, I think. And while I'm proud of what I've done, I'm pretty sure it would all be working if it weren't for the power dying on me. Fuck. Oh, this was meant to be the big 100th episode, and it just died. I'm not spending more time trying to fix the power. I can sort that out off camera, I think. I'll have to fiddle around with the coal generators and expand them a little bit. But otherwise, I think this has been a fairly eventful project. A shame that things just decided to fucking tank right at the end, but I'll fix it all off camera. I'll get things up and running again. It was a very ambitious project, and I think I may have slightly overdone it, but we've got more coal that we can use, we can set up some more water extractors, and we can get things back online. So hopefully by the time we come back for things next Wednesday, I'll have, at the very least, doubled the coal power plant. I may try and even triple it or something. I'll see what I can do. But yeah. Happy 100th episode! But that will do it for now, and I will rather exhaustedly say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlist on the channel for more Let's Plays or metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. Lance, why did you dislike that? How could you not like artillery? It's fucking glorious!